Good morning and happy Sunday, everybody. It is supposed to be warm in the next couple days here in Maine, which is always a nice treat here at the end of December, early January. We're going to jump right in. This is my weekly Clearing the Bases episode where I cover dozens of things that have happened in the past week in the sports card world, sometimes collectibles, that I didn't cover in their own video. And we are going to share my screen. Bear with me here just for a moment. Okay. First of all, Wax Museum Podcast, which is a great follow on Twitter. And they post some wild photoshops from Topps Chrome basketball. My friend, I was at a card shop yesterday. I'll have a card shop video tomorrow. My friend Oliver bought a blaster of these and God, had some pretty good picks, pretty good cards out of there. But here's Topps Chrome basketball. They use the same photo on Topps Chrome as Topps Chrome Cosmic. And you can see here, it's obviously Photoshopped because I assume they pulled out the jersey, the team name maybe, or maybe this is like a practice jersey. I'm not really sure what he's wearing here, but is this an Indiana jersey? But here they throw an undershirt on him that he doesn't have here. The number 21 is bigger here than it is here, and these hip lines get much bigger in this one. In fact, it makes him look like he has a distended hip here. It's like why are they doing this? And there's more. It gets worse. De'Aaron Fox does not wear an undershirt. I checked. I'll show you here. Look, here's De'Aaron Fox. No photos with an undershirt. Not a single one at any point in time with an undershirt. I even looked last night on at his game. Does he have tattoos that they're trying to cover up? I don't think so. But in every card, they added an undershirt to him. And look at this. This is like George Costanza photoshopping himself. I'm trying to remember. Actually, I'm going to pause this and go get that. All right, so I had it a little bit wrong. He didn't draw himself into it. He drew Kruger into it. And that's kind of because they photoshopped Kruger out, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time. And that's kind of how I feel about this T-shirt added to De'Aaron Fox, right? Look at this. Isn't that kind of similar? But wait, there's more. They did it. This one doesn't look as bad, but they're just adding in undershirts. Why are they doing this? So my friend TJ is online. Always great. Did this. He just it looks just as good as the Topps ones. Yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments. Here's some more Topps weirdness. This is a Jordan Westberg card, but it's actually Ryan Mountcastle. We do this a lot with Topps. I kind of feel badly covering all these, but it's fun. And then we have a Topps certified autograph John Elway card without the autograph. This one's numbered to 5. How does this even happen? I don't know. Hopefully they won't forget any autographs in the new Barry Bonds issues. Barry Bonds is going to be autographing cards in 2025 Topps and 2024 Diamond Icons. These look great. If you're a Bonds fan, you've got Giants and you've got Pirates. And last week I mentioned that I love the 1990 design, and that upset a lot of people. A lot of people got not upset, not like genuinely mad, but they said this is the worst design ever. Nostalgia doesn't care about the design. I love it because it's nostalgic. I was 11 years old in 1990, and I had a billion 1990 Topps cards. If you pull any of those, you're going to want to use the penny sleeve of products. Make sure you use my code JWH for 10% off your first order. Free shipping today on orders $49 and up. Starting on January 1st, it's going to be $59 minimum. But the best in the industry. If you're pulling any cards, make sure you have the penny sleeve of products. All right, this is an interesting one. So we have a 2018 Topps Transcendent 1952 Topps autograph superfractor Shohei Ohtani. It's an amazing card. I don't know how it gets a 10 autograph, but whatever. Doesn't matter. This is a one of one. Sold for $246,000 a couple days ago. 246. This seems right, I guess, for a one of one Shohei rookie autograph. But where did I see this before? Oh, that's right. Geoff Wilson had a deal to pay $100,000 for this card 51 weeks ago. It was January 6th of last year. Or it might have been, yeah. Where did I see January 6th? I might have the wrong date. But anyway, March 10th that this guy came out with the details. $100,000, had an agreement to sell the card for 100 grand. And Geoff backed out at the last minute. Now, Geoff got a lot of criticism for this, but there were a lot of people who were saying, yeah, that's just business. Negotiations fall through. I think we don't know enough about this situation to really judge, but it's funny to me that Geoff had a deal to buy it for $100,000 and it just sold before buyer's premium for $202,000. He could have doubled his money in under a year. Anyway, so this card, $5,000. This is, of course, not even done yet. It still had 2 days left at the time of this. J.J. McCarthy, Gold Shimmer Rookie Auto, and Stephen Benzel's great follow on Twitter. A lot of really good information. Talks about why this is bad for the hobby. This is the peak price for the card. He's probably right. Unless JJ is the next Brady. He's not. That's also right. Collector will regret spending this money. How long can the hobby sustain people buying cards for 5x to 10x their eventual worth? Yeah. I mean, at first blush, I think he's right. But also, Don makes a good point. I would think the buyer is not a collector and will have no regrets. It's a flipper trying to capitalize on hype. The card will be graded and marketed for sale on Facebook, Instagram, and Discord before it's even in hand. That could be right too, but at some point, somebody ends up holding the bag. And you have a card that probably sells for $10,000 that is eventually worth, I don't know, 300, 500, 1,000. And who ends up holding the bag? Is it a dealer who took a risk, or is it a collector who doesn't care? I don't know. It's impossible to say. But somebody ends up holding the bag on these cards that, in all likelihood, go down in value. PSA is introducing, I think I've covered this before, a pressing and magazine grading service. So they're going to press the magazines. You can see here's the before on the left of this line. Here's the after. Pressing is very common in comic books and magazines. It's not like cleaning with sports cards where it's still taboo. So PSA is introducing this in 2025. I won't be doing any of this. All right, we had a little bit of a controversy here. Auburn 35, the legend, said not uncommon, but something to watch. One of the two 1979 O-Pee-Chee Gretzky PSA 10s had been recently deactivated. And Ryan, is it Hodge? I can never remember how to pronounce his last name. Actually explained. Slab comes into PSA HQ for verification of reholder. In this case, though, a counterfeit example with the same cert number as the real PSA 10 came through for verification and it failed. So they deactivated for security purposes, and the cert will be reactivated the next day. So I love the transparency from PSA. I wish they would provide transparency on all of these things, like the Shohei Independence Day. I'll be following up with them next week about why that is still cert is active. All right, and then Darren Rovell wrote this article for Collect. It, I like Collect a ton. I think they do really good stuff. But this article just talked about how there should be more PSA 10s of the 1980 tops Ricky Henderson. And nowhere in there did it say, I've reached out to PSA. And Darren has contacts at PSA. He should be reaching out to them to ask them for this. And the arguments were all ridiculous. I did a attempt at a threaded takedown of his article. And then Neo also said, so are all of these companies in on this uh, collusion? Because they all have the same gem rate, 0.1%, and CGC 0%. So it's a good question. But then PSA actually offers some insight of why it's difficult to get a 10. And it makes a lot of sense. I'm going to put this in my newsletter tomorrow so you can all read it. I'm not going to go through it here. Let me make sure I've still got this saved. Uh, so make sure you're subscribed to my newsletter, junkwaxhero.com. I think PSA providing this visibility, Darren never should have written this article, first of all, because the article should have said, here's why the Ricky Henderson rookie never gets a PSA 10. Instead of, it was very conspiratorial. All right, Fanatics has some crazy, crazy stuff. We do this every Christmas. This is an Eagles jersey. Tell me when you spot the problem. And then we also have this AJ Brown jersey. Looks good. And then this guy, I don't know who Justin Spiro is, but he does a thread of all the crazy, like Heinz Allen, number 41, but he's 14. Caleb Williams, number 17, William. Whoops. Puka Nakua, spelled wrong. It's a million things in this thread. I'll include this in my newsletter too. So, and then Pat McAfee on ESPN, or I don't know if this is all on ESPN. Yeah, it is. Talked for 3 minutes about all these issues Fanatics had. This is funny. First of all, the Shota Imanaga, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Patch auto, debut patch auto was hit. I don't have anything else to say about this. I'm just sharing that it was hit last week. And here's another one. The Jackson Churio one was hit. Again, I don't have anything else to say about this. I'm just sharing it. Last week, I had a viewer who seemed to be upset with me because I basically said, who was it? Jason Dominguez. I said Jason Dominguez was hit, and then I moved on. And he said, "Tell me you're a Red Sox fan without telling me you're a Red Sox fan." He felt it was anti-Yankee bias, not saying anything else about the card. It didn't even occur to me. I'm just telling you that these have been hit, and they look great. I love these patches. Love the cards. Don't be so sensitive, Yankees fans. This is my friend Kevin. He received an email back in October. He pre-ordered a Bowman's Best baseball. It has been delayed again. It's now January 15th is the street date. They keep delaying them. And somebody says at least they didn't cancel the pre-orders and then jack up the price after the delayed release, like they did with Stadium Club. Yeah. Some amazing things coming out of the PSA ticket grading room. Jackie Robinson MLB debut in a 4. Wow. Where have you been keeping this all that time? Mickey Mantle MLB debut and a Ken Griffey Jr. autographed MLB debut. Awesome stuff. Satchel Paige autograph on his 53 tops. Looks great. Love that. This guy comes out of nowhere. He pulls the Paul Skeens 1 of 1 gilded superfractor auto, doesn't tell anybody, gets it graded, comes back a PSA 10, and then he shares it on social media. Going to be sold in the Fanatics vault in the January premiere auction. That's a sick looking card. Good for him. Then we have Quinn Priester, 27 of 50. One's a gold wave, maybe, and one's just a straight gold. Back to back boxes, same collector, pulled both 27 of 50. Just found that interesting. This guy says that he went to GameStop. He somebody was bringing in cards to that they were trying to sell to GameStop. GameStop offered X number of dollars, and this guy offered them X plus 20. And of course, the guy, what does he have pants on, by the way? Does and they kicked him out of GameStop, but he got the cards. So GameStop lowballing people. Speaking of GameStop, this guy submitted cards to PSA through GameStop for what reason I don't know, and it's been 6 weeks, and they seem to still be shipped from GameStop to PSA, or they're just sitting there in the GameStop, and GameStop has no information about them. Oh yeah, I found this interesting. This is a new breaks style, I guess. If you didn't like the way breaks was gambling before, try the new way, which is they open a pack. Ignore this picture here. They open a pack and they show you the colors on the side of the cards, and then so you know, is there gold in there? Is there whatever? And then you bid on the packs based on that. And so if there's really good color, maybe bid them up. This somebody says this is some next level degeneracy, but man, that's a clever idea. Yeah, it's a new, I guess new. I'd never heard of this before. New format of breaks. Speaking of breaks, 3 days ahead of the street date, Whatnot should be doing something about this. 3 days early, they're breaking this product. And what's the big deal? Some people say, well, if you break the product 3 days early, other people are still waiting for their cards, and they've paid for them, and they already know that there's nothing good because the big cards have already been pulled, and the people who pulled them 3 days early have an opportunity to sell them quicker, and those are the ones that go sell the highest. And then this, I thought this post was sad. I see these a lot more lately. Collecting sports cards today isn't really fun. All top cards are in first off the line boxes or boxes that go to breakers. Almost all the top hits from Prism have been pulled in a week, and 95% were pulled by breakers. The little guy is always left out. Yeah. By the way, I did my annual rip yesterday in the car shop. It was funny timing. So that'll be in my card shop video tomorrow. I'll post probably tomorrow morning. I have tomorrow off. I buy a hobby box right after Christmas from Don Sports Card Center. So I'm excited. I had a lot of fun. What is this? Oh yeah, I like this. I enjoy this Topps series. Imagine if this card actually existed. Ken Griffey Jr. MLB debut patch auto. I enjoy this. And somebody says you did make this card of him, except it doesn't have his patch and it doesn't have his autograph. This guy has a massive Luis Robert collection, 2,456 individual unique cards. I don't even want to see the individual cards. I just love seeing this huge display, 2,500 cards, all unique. I think that's neat. This Ichiro is numbered to 99. This is Nat Turner posting, but Adam Gray added a little detail. Ichiro is numbered to 99, but even number serial numbers like this one are in Japanese on the back. Odd numbers are in English. So you can see this is number 90 of 99. I think that's fun. That's cool. So this guy, Sports Card Mayweather, a lot of people were defending this guy. Uh, Posted giveaway, Merry Christmas, like and retweet, comment, and then he'll be giving away this Mahomes uh, jersey auto NFL Shield, blah blah blah, 8.5, and a bunch of people said, "Hey, you don't own this card. LJ's card shop does." But he got so much engagement from it. He added, I don't know, thousands of followers, and there was never any indication that I saw where he acknowledged that it was just a joke. So it's just one of those stupid things. All right, we're on to the fun things, including that last one, I guess, kind of. 1953 tops, Jackie Robinson, PSA 1, purchased with MVP buyback money. That's amazing. Pull your MVP buybacks, sell them to your card shop, buy a Jackie Robinson 1953 tops. That is a great deal. You have a Ricky Henderson 1010 pop one. We know there are only, what, 2 or 3 10s on the card, let alone autographed 10s. And this guy says, is this a 7-figure card right now? We know that the 10 without the autograph was going for 150-ish, let's say, before. Does $100 autograph add $850,000 to the card? I don't think so. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if one of these sells at any point soon. We should be seeing some big Ricky stuff hit the market because he's getting that post-death bump, which I talked about again in my newsletter recently. And last but not least, we have a Wyatt Langford superfractor, and the eBay title just said 2024 Topps Chrome Update USC 37. No mention of Wyatt Langford, no mention of superfractor, no mention of 1 of 1. It's crazy, right? 7 feedback. I wonder if they already had an agreement with somebody to buy it. I don't know. But that's what we've got for today. Hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I will see you all very soon.